Dale Reynolds Gaming, racing excellence.
Well, hello everybody, my name is Dale Reynolds and I sincerely thank you all very much once again for coming back for another NASCAR Thunder 2004, the Rookie Championship Career Season Mode Challenge. That's right. In the last video, we raced in Michigan with Alexander Daigle's paint scheme, started on the pole, won the race. Typical at this point, I know, I'm sorry. I really thought that this was going to be a lot better and more challenging. I'm sorry, but at least we got Alexander Daigle a win with his paint scheme. I'm happy about that. So once again, prefacing this video, legend difficulty 10% race length and no assists. We'll be going to race 24 of 36, which will be the Sharpie 500 from the Bristol Motor Speedway. This one will be interesting. This will be a challenge because Bristol, once again, it's always one of those tracks that at least until you get a good car, you're not going to be super fast. It's going to be a little bit difficult. So this race honestly will be a little more difficult than a lot of the others we have done recently. So sponsors, 100% happiness, Advance Auto all the way around, 91 prestige on every sponsor. So we're really making these sponsors happy. Crew's at 100% happiness, and the garage, we still got one race left on the engine, body, and chassis being overhauled. And the body forming tools, we have 3 races left. We added that at the end of the last video. Here in this video, big shout out, big thank you to Irishman. That's right, the second of 4 races for Irishman. The last time we ran it was the initial race of this career mode playthrough at Daytona. It's been a long time, but we are finally running Irishman's scheme again here at the Bristol Night Race, and you guys can see it is the angle scheme. Once again, it's got white, light red, dark red, black, Advance Auto parts, and it is a Dodge Intrepid, which is going to be really interesting. Very interesting to say the least. Dodge has been pretty good with us with JC's cars so far, a couple others. So hopefully we can do really good here for Irishman. The last time we ran it, I think, like I said, was Daytona. I think we finished 3rd in the 500. So yeah, hopefully we can get Irishman a really good finish here. And once again, I'll be honest with you guys, we're gonna try and play the Ward Burton or Christian Fittipaldi glitch here at Bristol once again. I have a feeling that we're still going to be running, we're going to run a little bit better than we did in the first Bristol race, but we're still not going to be running and contending for the win. We're still going to want to bank on that glitch. So that's just the truth about it, and that's the truth about it. I'm trying to play that glitch. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, going to Bristol. For those that are wanting to play along and keep track, the car rating is a 61. Headed to Bristol. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Martin is on the pole. Let me show you guys the car setup that I will be using. It is a little different this time around. I hopefully have improved this car setup a little bit from the first Bristol race. So again, still using the manual transmission. 20 psi on the tire pressure. I know that's a little up considering what we ran. I think we ran 17 back in the first Bristol race. The downforce, now this is a qualifying setup, so I got a little more downforce put in this, but pay attention because I will be dropping this downforce for the race. 75 inches on the front fender flare, 65 degrees on the rear spoiler, and the front springs are 50%, the rear springs are 70%, and the wedge is a negative 1.0. I know that's a little different from the first race. I think I ran a 40-50. The stiffer springs are going to help with the tire wear, and it's also going to help the car not bottom out. I remember having that problem in the spring where I would get into the corners and the car would drive up the track because it felt like it was hitting the track, the suspension, and the car was bottoming out and sliding up the track. So hopefully with the stiffer suspension, it won't hit the ground and we can actually keep it planted going into the corners this time around. And I do have some custom gear ratios here as well. So here's the custom gear ratios again, because it being a short track, I went with a bigger rear end. I know, bigger rear end, right? 5.5 rear end gear, and the custom gear ratio is a 2.00, 1.40, 1.10 third, and then a 0.90 on the fourth gear. Hopefully that gives us just a little bit more consistent speed, a little bit better drive off the corners with the higher rear end gear. It's kind of similar in what we do at Martinsville with running the big rear gear so that you can really get the launch off the corners. So please feel free to let me know if that setup works out for you, if you like it, if you don't like it, and if you're playing along, I welcome you to join me as we begin now, going qualifying here at Bristol. 6 on the first lap. Overdrove turn 1 like crazy right there. That one was pretty good. Nailed 3 and 4 pretty good coming off the corner. Where are we going to get? Yeah! Paul! Yeah, beat him by a 10th. I'll take that. That's awesome. I really wasn't expecting the pole. I really wasn't expecting the pole. Alright, so here's the change for the car setup for the race. Now we've got a little bit of downforce built in. Again, we're going to be trying to play the Ward Burton glitch. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling downforce out of the car so that this car runs better on the longer run. Hopefully it allows me to run a little bit longer on the track so that if we can catch the Ward Burton or Christian Fittipaldi glitch or what have you in this race. So pulling the downforce down once again to 74 inches on the front fender flare and 55 degrees on the rear spoiler. And for the gear ratio, I'm just going to back it down a couple of clicks. That 4th gear is just going to back down to a 0.88. Hopefully that'll allow us to save a little bit of fuel. Let us go a little bit longer before we have to pit. Hopefully we can catch that caution in time if it comes out. So it didn't come out in the spring when we ran here with Chris Simon's scheme, so hopefully it'll come out this time around. But other than that, no other changes. Car balance was actually pretty good. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's go racing here at Bristol, the Sharpie 500. This is Bristol, baby! Racing with Irishman's scheme. Let's do this.
The 83 car has a string of top 5s going.
He can sure gain a lot of points if he continues his top 5 streak. It just goes to show it doesn't always take wins to move up in the points.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
43 Winston Cup engines come to life. Irishman on the pole next to his favorite driver of Mark Martin. Oh, that irony. Oh, the irony behind that one. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, hopefully we go a little bit better this time on the track, and hopefully the caution actually does come out this time. Playing the Christian Fittipaldi, Ward Burton, whomever glitch in this game. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Racing at Bristol. The night race at Bristol.
The 6 car is outside. Clear all around.
And we're going to lead that first lap. Awesome.
16:30.
Now, once again, going to just try to hold the bottom, try to prevent these guys from really getting around us, especially a lot better than it was in the spring because we're up front. We're leading this thing. So let's hopefully we can keep this lead here, just blocking both lanes, preventing anybody from getting around us.
The 6 car is inside.
They're getting runs on me at the end of the straightaways, but I'm actually able to kind of hold them up a little bit and just stay ahead of them, which is really nice. Side by side there, Roush teammates of Kurt Busch and Mark Martin, they're side by side. Got Dale O.P. Jarrett up there on the outside. Just trying to keep them from getting underneath me. So, pushed up a little bit right there. But we're good. Holding it down, Mark Martin's trying to look to the outside. And you're just blocking the inside when you're in the corners, and then pop up onto the top lane real quick there on the straightaways, and then back to the bottom. That's kind of how I'm trying to time it. It's kind of working both lanes like at the restrictor plate track. Just trying to work both lanes and keep them from getting around me. Things seem to be settling out here behind me. Mark Martin has cleared Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch is starting to fall off a little bit. Dale Jarrett. And we're starting to yard, the front 4 of us is starting to yard away from the people behind them. Looks like Bill Elliott, Jeff Gordon are kind of racing each other. It's exactly what I was planning on. This car seems to be coming in really good here on the long run. It's staying nice and stable. It's still running pretty consistent lap times. And, you know, staying pretty consistent. The AI are a lot faster on the short run. But with us having a little bit more of a long run car, the longer we go, the more okay we'll be as long as we can hold on to this first position.
You're clear.
It is getting tougher and tougher for me to hold this bottom line because I'm really starting to get Again, tight on landing going into these corners, and I keep sliding up a little bit. A little tougher for me to keep holding this bottom line, but I'm still making it work somehow. Just checking up a little earlier in the corners, and they keep trying to run into me going into these corners, but just not sacrificing that bottom. Just trying my best to stay planted on the bottom. Dale Jarrett, Jeff Gordon, Mark Martin, they all start coming into pits here. Pit sequences are happening as I've now officially lapped my first car there at Kevin LePage. Keeping an eye out for Ward Burton, Christian Fittipaldi. There's Ward Burton going into pits right now. And there's the caution. All right. A little earlier than I anticipated, but there's the caution. And we are leading. How beautiful. How beautiful is that? The glitch. The glitch, baby. Yeah, buddy. The glitch. Ward Burton. Yes. Ward Burton, you deserve my $100 this time. At least my $100 worked this time. It didn't work back in the spring, but at least $100. Guess you must be really broke because you took my $100 bill in the car that I left you earlier. Yeah. Sweet. So now we're going to pit under caution, and now we're definitely going to get a good finish out of this. So, not changing anything. Car was actually halfway decent, so not changing anything. Pit crew, do a good job. Good stop, 15-1, really? Let's go. Let's go, come on, move, let's go. I don't know if I beat Bill Elliott out or not sure. But we came in first, we're out ninth. That's okay. That's still a guaranteed a decent finish for us. But let's see if we can make something happen of this now here. Because we actually did have a halfway decent car, so. Green flag is back out, getting to the bottom of the racetrack here. Gonna start trying to see if I can pass some people and go forward. Sitting here passing a bunch of cars and they're not for position. These guys are all lapped out. Next car for position for me is the 30 car up there. At least we're in 7th though. We're guaranteed a decent finish here, barring any major mistakes. There we go. There's the 0. Up to 6th. I'm not entirely sure if these guys up here have to pit again or if they're going to make it. Because I feel like Gordon, Jarrett, and those guys, they pit really early. They came in and pit really early. So how are they on the lead lap if the caution came out? That's really weird. I don't even know if they're on the lead lap. What's my top 5? No, they're not even on the lead lap. Okay, so Rusty Wallace, Johnny Benson, Joe Nemechek, Steve Park, and Michael Waltrip are the fucking top 5. Wow. I'm gonna try to get around Michael Waltrip here for 5th position. Like I said, the car is actually halfway decent. I'm actually really surprised the car is as good as it is. I was not expecting it to be this good as Jimmy Spence or Casey Mears blows up. Really wasn't expecting that, but car is actually pretty good. There we go. Joe Nemechek's pitting. Johnny Benson's pitting up to 3rd. Rusty Wallace and Jeff Green right now, or Steve Park, excuse me. Rusty Wallace and Steve Park. Let's see if they have to come in and pit. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Is Jr. behind me? Fuck, of course he is. I fucking knew Dale Earnhardt Jr. was going to be behind me. How did I know that? Well, I'm going to have to try and hold his ass off. It's alright. I just gotta not fuck up like that. Let's see if I can try and catch Rusty Wallace and or Steve Park. Hopefully they pit here pretty soon. Harvick is also behind Junior as well, so that's something to look forward to, I guess. Alright, this is irritating me a little bit. I can't get up to fucking Steve Park to at least try and take the 2nd spot. Rusty Wallace is 4.5 seconds ahead, and at this point, if he doesn't pit, I'm already conceding the fact that I'm not going to win this race. But I want to get by Steve Park here. I want to get up to 2nd. I led the first half of this freaking race, like, you know, but I want to try and get up here and pass Steve Park. Finally make a little time on him. I'm going to try and Sneak to the bottom here, push him up just a smidgen, and up to second. Now I can hopefully get a buffer between myself and Dale Jr. going around Ricky Craven. See if I can't try and maybe track Rusty down, but I doubt it.
91.
Really would love it if you could give me more room there, Jarrett. I know you got fresh tires and shit, but you're a lap down.
Got one outside.
Coming to 2 to go here at Bristol.
16.
And this is about the time where my car actually starts taking off, because it's good on the long run. So I'm actually passing guys that had to pit, and I'm passing fast guys. White flag, 1 more lap to go here at Bristol, and Rusty Wallace is out 4.7 seconds ahead. I'm just trying to hold Junior off at this point. Hold off Junior and Harvick. Gonna just plug the bottom right here. Rusty Wallace takes the win here at Bristol, and yours truly, much better. Unfortunately, still couldn't get Irishman the win that he's looking for, but much better than we did in the spring, that's for sure. Alright, so a good second place finish again. Irishman, I know it's not the win you're looking for, but a third and a second really ain't that bad. And truth be told, second at Bristol in your rookie season is actually not that bad. It's actually very, very good, considering Bristol is always about the mechanical grip and the grip that you have in the chassis and the body and the car itself. Considering that we only had a 61 car rating and we were able to run as good as we did at Bristol is really stinking good. So can't complain about that second place. Dale Jarrett's a little bit of a rival. Ricky Rudd is still a decent friend, and Rusty Wallace still kind of a decent friend too. $7.33 million in the bank after Bristol. More EA Sports compliment, yep. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's check the points here after Bristol, and it is going to throw the points through a loop a little bit because Dale Jarrett did get stuck a lap down. So did Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. was actually right behind me. So you'll see that we gained a good amount of points on Dale Jarrett at Bristol, even with a second place finish. 269 Winston Cup points now ahead of Dale Jarrett. Unbelievable. 24 starts, 17 poles, 10 wins, 18 top 5s, and 21 top 10s. Good God Almighty. Dale Jarrett, Redneck Jesus, Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart the top 5, with Ryan Newman, Mark Barron, Bob Labonte, Kevin Harvick, and Ricky Rudd in the top 10 after Bristol. And you see that we're pushing that prestige up. 92, 100 happiness. It's not even the happiness anymore. It's just a matter of pushing that prestige up. I want to see if I can get them up to a 99 by the end of the season and see what they offer me per race. Actually, I'm going to take a look at that. Look at the timestamp right here. Look at that. The income, 46,000 per race. 184,000 bonus per race, so 25 and 100, 27 109, 42,000 Outback, 21,000 on Coca-Cola. I want to see what they offer me for sponsorship. If I can get their prestige up to a 99, I want to see how much they're going to offer us and stuff like that. Team is also they should be at 100% happiness. Yeah, that's what I thought. But we do have engine bodies and chassis that they're going to be overhauled, and we're now with the fact that we have the engine hoist, we'll get a little bit more oomph out of the engine. So you'll see that when we overhaul this chassis, we're going to gain a little bit of tire wear on this. And then on the engine here, you'll see that the efficiency is going up from a 59 to a 61. So we'll overhaul the engine. And then for the body, once again, overhauling, we're going to gain a little bit of downforce on the body. So we're good there. 2 races left in the body forming tools, and that wraps it up for Bristol. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dale Reynolds. I sincerely thank you once again for tuning in and welcoming me into your lives for another day. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Hopefully my video helps you get through your day a little bit easier. That's right. Dale Reynolds, NASCAR Thunder 2004 Rookie Championship Season Career Mode Challenge, where fantasy becomes reality. That's right, baby. If you like what you saw, please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button. This way you get notified anytime I put up a NASCAR Thunder 2004 video or otherwise. I always end my videos with be safe, have fun. I will see you guys in the next video, which will be taking place for the Mountain Dew Southern 500, race 25 of 36 in this Rookie Championship Career Mode. I will see you guys then, making the impossible possible. Deuces.
Make the ground shake.